Hello, great people. They say judiciary is the last hope of the common man. Well, in Nigeria, that's not usually the case, as the judiciary is occasionally a tool being used by the rich, the influential, and the powerful to oppress the poor, to, in fact, bring injustice on the society itself. In this video, I'll be bringing to you the corruption in the judiciary, what some of the judges have been doing, and some of the wanton corruption, some of the scandals that have been happening in the judiciary. In fact, you can call it corruption and scandal in high places. I'll be bringing them to you in this video. In fact, specifically, I'm bringing the cases of the Nigerian judges, what they have done, and what the disciplinary measure against them is. First, I want to say shout out to my Lord Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun, the Chief Justice of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because she was just sworn in recently. And some of these cases, some of these issues have been in existence. They have been pending since when the former CJN Ariwola was the Chief Justice of Nigeria. So for Kudirat Kekere-Ekun to come in now and make sure that these judges are being brought to book. And don't forget that these judges were appointed by some people. Definitely, they will have their godfather in high places. But for Kudirat Kekere-Ekun to go all out to expose the corruption of some of these judges and even sanction them, definitely she deserves a good shout out. We don't hate anybody. When you do well, we'll say it. When you do wrong, we would say it on this platform of politics with Dr. Omosoladeji. If you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe to this channel so that you can always keep it a date with me, your favorite political scientist. Now, what is going on in the judiciary? First, let me lay a background for you. I've said it in some of my live videos and amongst my friends that if you have a country whereby corruption is prevalent, if you have a country where things are not working, don't think that the judiciary, because they are the one to effect justice, don't think that the judiciary will be immune from corruption. No, the judiciary will not be immune from the widespread corruption in the society. So if you go to a country and you see that the educational system is in comatose, the health sector is not functional, the infrastructure of the system of the country is not effective, don't expect that the judiciary will be an isolation of the general corruption or ineffectiveness in that country. And that is what has happened in this case. Now, there were reports against some judges. In fact, would you believe that some judges even falsified their age? Falsification of age by a judge. In fact, some as there was one in Yobe State, the Grand Kadi of Yobe State has fortified his age, and he has used over 12 years. Imagine that, over 12 years in service. The falsification of age case is two. And this is Chief Judge of Imo State, the current Chief Judge of Imo State, Honorable Justice Chukwuemeka Chikeka, falsified his age. And the other one is the Grand Kadi, which I think equates to maybe Chief Judge as well, of Yobe State, Honorable Justice Kadi Babagana Madi, falsified their age. Now, the one of Yobe State, has been using that false age to remain in service since the last 12 years. 12 years. You don't use, falsification of it to remain in service for 12 years. Now imagine this judge. If a case is brought against him, just imagine that you are watching me, you are working in a place. You now falsified your age and you have been receiving salary, you've been receiving all the right and the monument for extra 12 years. Imagine, so the past 12 years, this judge has been sitting on a case. You can just imagine the kind of, some kind of funny people that we have. And that's how we have fake religious leaders too. That's how we have them. So don't think that if you go to church, all the pastors are saints. Or if you go to mosques, all the imams are saints. No, you are the one that have the responsibility to use your brain, to use your sense, to use the intelligence God has given you to be able to distinguish from right. Now, the one of Imo State has been in service falsely since 2021. That's 3 years ago. That one case is still better. Although, should a judge be found wanting of age falsification, these are judges that while they were in service and they were in service wrongly, they would have sentenced people to prison 5 years, 10 years. They would have said, oh, go and bring 10 million naira with too shorty in like some of them would have even passed death sentence for capital offenses. Imagine that you are sitting as a judge and you are passing judgment, but you are passing the judgment, you yourself, you deserve to be judged. Now, what is the judgment of NJC to these judges? You know that Kudirat Kekere-Ekun is the chairman of NJC, and when you feel that a judge has done something wrong, you have to report to NJC, which is the National Judicial Council. That is where I have a bit of problem with Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun, and I will get there in a moment. These two judges were given compulsory retirement. That, oh yeah, instantly, go and retire. And they said that they should refund all the salary. That means that the one of Imo State will return the salary he has been collecting since 2021. The one of Yobe State will return the salary that he has been collecting since 12 years ago. You and I know when you won't get that kind of money. That is the truth. Now, why did it took long for the judiciary to discover this thing? But before I go into that, my Lord Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun, why would you just tell these two justices to just go and retire, compulsory retirement, and they should return the salary that they've been receiving? Abba, no, now, there is no imprisonment, there's no trial. Come on, no. That is below the belt. You should have recommended them to maybe the director of public prosecution or something. They should stand before a judge. In fact, I think the case should be between them and government. When they usually say the state versus, just like the one of Nnamdi Kanu now, it is the state versus, which is Nigeria versus. That is exactly how it should be. And because they are judges, they should be given the strictest of punishment to set example. For instance, in other crimes, let me use Anthony Joshua, the boxer, as an example. If something happened in a public place and Anthony Joshua, and I, blow somebody, if I do that, the way they will handle my case, that, oh, he is provoked and all that, will be different from the way they will handle the case of Anthony Joshua, because he is a boxer. And he is expected to apply the strictest of restraint, even at the highest level of provocation. So, if you meet Anthony Joshua now, he's not expected to punch you, even if you provoke him. So, as a judge, you are expected to live above board. But if you just say, oh yeah, go and retire, compulsory retirement, oh yeah, return the money, and that's all. No, Abba, no. Then, what happened to the cases that these people have sat on while they were illegal judges, to use that word? What will happen to them? So for me, I think that the disciplinary measure is not enough. I salute Kudirat Kekere-Ekun for presiding over it and making sure that these judges are brought to book. But at the same time, I think the reprimand is not enough as it should be. Then another thing is, it calls into question the efficiency of our judicial system, because why did it took so long to discover? Imagine somebody has been working with false age for over 12 years. So it is after 12 years that you now discover. No. That leaves much to be desired. Then, like I said, how about all the judgment that they've been issued? If they are working falsely, the judgment that they've issued, would there be a review that, okay, if you can be working with false age, that means that we can deem that you are a corrupt judge. So will there be a review of all those judgments, so that if there's any injustice, maybe if the people that suffer the injustice are still alive, maybe remedy can be done to their case? But that's left for the NJC to decide. But then again, kudos to the CJM, because these cases have exist before our emergence. She could have swept it under the carpet. They could have used this esprit de corps spirit and say, now we, you understand? And they sweep it under the carpet. The judges that are guilty, nobody say they're not going to press their own button, you know, the normal Nigerian style. But for Kudirat Kekere-Ekun to bring them to book, kudos to her. Now, let me give you another interesting case. And again, kudos to Kudirat Kekere-Ekun, but then again, I have some displeasement against the judgment of the NJC because I feel that the reprimand is not enough. Now, a judge of Rivers State High Court, Justice G.C. Aguma, was suspended for 1 year without pay and placed on watch list for 2 years. Now, what is the offense of this judge? The judge, there was a case in the Abuja division of the Federal High Court in Buhari. It is about a debtor judgment. Somebody was owing and they took themselves to court. Now, they gave judgment, let's say they gave judgment on a Monday. On a Tuesday, the person that the judgment favored ran to a court in Rivers State, an high court in Rivers State, to get this garnishing order. Why can't you wait to get that particular order in the Abuja division of the court? Why rush to Rivers State? Then you that you are the judge in Rivers State, which is Justice G.C. Aguma, why did you grant that request? You know, so the NJC believe that no, you are a special interest in this case. That is why you cannot really grant a garnishing order the next day. You know, but where I found the NJC itself a bit wanting is that why would you suspend such a judge and give him 1 year without pay? We are talking of a judge that should be living above board. Such a judge should be dismissed so that you discourage corruption in the judiciary, just like the university system. It's a policy in the university system that if you are found wanting of exam malpractice, it is outright dismissal. Because it is believed that even if you are in your 400 level, your final year, the second semester, it will be assumed by the university that you have been cheating all along. So don't get caught. If you are caught, it is dismissal straight. So in that kind of instance, if that policy can apply to a university system, then why is it different for the judiciary? If any judge is found wanting of any judicial infraction that has led to injustice to any appellant or litigant, that judge should be dismissed straight up, instantly. You know, that's what I believe should be the case. Now, there's another one for Justice A.O. Nwabunike of the Anambra State High Court. That one is an electoral case. And that one too was given suspension for 1 year and 2 years on watch list. What are you watching again? You have seen that this person is corrupt. All the evidence are before you. What are you watching again? What is watch list? You know, create sanctions that it will make judges to be afraid of corruption. If a judge has perpetuated a corrupt practice, and maybe the judge has benefited about 100 or 200 million or 300 million from that corrupt cases, that may not be the only one. And you say that you are suspending the judge for 1 year without pay. Maybe the salary of the judge is just 1 million or 1.5 million. For a year, that is just about 18 million naira. But the judge has, done an infraction that he or she has benefited maybe 300 million. So even if you suspend the judge for 1 year without pay, it doesn't make anything. And after the 1 year, the judge comes back and the judge is on watch list. But the pay, the benefit of those corruption, which may not be one, which may not be that the corruption the judge has perpetuated will not be the only one that you have sanctioned him or her for. The judge has nothing to do. So make it outright dismissal so that judges will be afraid to be involved in any kind of corruption at all. Because judiciary must remain the last hope of the common man. Kudos to Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun. We expect more from her, and we expect that the judiciary will be purged so that all the bad eggs will be flushed out of the system. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politik with Dr. Omoshola. Dr. Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science, and this is where we analyze politics and happenings in the polity. Do want to subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos, and of course, I have great, interesting videos coming your way. Till I see you again, of course, you already know that I love you all sincerely.